Hey, howdy ho, it's Tour of the Dead, and I'm kind of doing a very on-the-spot recording here. So if I sound a bit impromptu and rushed, I'm gonna try not to rush this, but excuse me if this sounds a bit weird, then, you know why. It's really early morning, I have a lot of stuff I need to do today, so I'm gonna try and get this done, as efficiently as I can. So first I'm actually gonna try and shock these crawlers here. There we go. Okay. So that's gonna make them unfreezable, so I don't have to worry about them, hopefully. But they might respawn anyway. We'll just have to deal with it. So, we're on Call of the Dead, and we're gonna talk about story stuff while I'm here. And the next video will be Ensemble Cast, which, like with Ascension, we've already filmed. So, hope you enjoy that. So, I had already mentioned a bit of this when we were playing the map, but this map takes place on the Tunguska River in Siberia, and this is a rundown Group 935 facility, and it's completely abandoned. And the reason is that we're actually in the present day here. The teleporter took the crew to present-day Siberia, which is why you have these modern cast, like modern celebrity cast members. I have to look for these. There it is. So you have George Romero coming here to make a movie, and this is long after Group 935 was essentially broken up and gotten rid of. Like you already saw in Kino. It took place during the 60s, and that facility was already abandoned. So this is well after 935 was destroyed. And this is a facility where a lot of experiments by Edward Richtofen happened, specifically involving the other crew members that we can play as during this game. And most of these radio logs are going to be talking about and setting up that crew and how Richtofen, Dempsey, Takio, and Nikolai all kind of met each other and why they're working together. So I'm going to go ahead and crank up the sound, and we can go ahead and listen to this. I'll be playing with the sound a bit. If any sound stuff is wrong with this video, I apologize, probably because it's so impromptu. Here we go.
Target 31471. Date, September 2nd, 1845. Dying. Another day, another fair. This time, subject N3WB just slightly at the floor. The Russian subject still smells like urine, even after he was given a bath and deloused twice. I think I might have killed the specimen from Mexico. His spleen is on the floor, and he's not moving anymore. I can verify with certainty, however, that the barrier is not located in the spleen. Dr. Continue, no matter the cost. I wonder what he might think of the experiment, the little girl. Nice! Drop that! That's my spleen!
So, yeah, all these logs are going to be taking place from the point of view of Richtofen and the experiments he's doing. He had mentioned subject N3WB, which I believe is referring to Takio, and he mentioned the Russian, who is, of course, Nikolai. And then the last one he mentioned, was a Mexican subject who ended up dead after Richtofen took his spleen out looking for some kind of barrier. And that kind of leads the way into Richtofen being, oh, Jesus. Richtofen being into, like, all this kind of occult stuff. And essentially, Nikolai and Takio were test subjects that Richtofen was working on. And we're going to find out more about Richtofen's relationship with everything else Group 935 was doing as we go. Let me see. Where are we going next? White House. So, oh fuck. The Mexican test subject is a character who will get brought up much later. They actually give a lot of backstory to that character. but nothing for right now that needs to be mentioned. He was just another test subject who they had, who Richtofen ended up killing, so they need to find another subject to... I hear a zombie breaking in. That means one of the crawlers died. Hang on, I gotta deal with this. Is the other crawler alive? I gotta do this quickly, because George is coming too. There we go, okay. I'm gonna grab PhD just in case. Alright, let's get this done. So, Richtofen had to replace this test subject he killed.
Stuff just don't taste right.
Okay, here we go. Try and turn this up a bit higher just so we're sure you can hear it.
Hold on, people. Fogs are clearing, praise Lord.
Subject 1472. Date, September 10th, 1945. Dear Diary, today was a good day. The swelling has subsided. The ice helps. They made liverwurst for lunch. It was... I still have not had any luck reprogramming any of the live specimens. Dr. The key to unlocking the human mind will be more easily discovered on someone who isn't dead yet. I am not convinced. The army is stored until I can break this trust barrier. Oh, apparently someone in security found a spy in the group. They are delivering him from the one that I broke.
So this one is mentioning a few things. Richtofen mentions that they captured a spy and that it can replace the subject that he broke. So that is, of course, talking about Dempsey. Gotta calm George down now. Oh god, I need to see where the next radio is. Alright, I got it. And he also mentions the divide growing between him and Maxis. So this is all taking place before the events of the Darius radio logs that we heard, where Richtofen teleported Maxis and his daughter away. And speaking of which, in the first log, I neglected to mention the fact that Richtofen was considering performing experiments on Max's daughter, Samantha, and it's unknown if that ever came to fruition. And this last one also kind of shows Richtofen's disillusionment with the idea of experimenting to create kind of an army, like a zombie army. That was more Max's thing. Oh, let's see. Gotta find this quick. Oh boy, I can't fucking see. Oh, is that it? Oh, that's it. Okay. Crank this up. Yeah, there we go. Okay.
Log entry 1473. Date, September 17th, 1949. Dear Diary, today is... Damn dirty Nazi. Uh-oh. That's right. You want some of this? I'm taking you on tracks. Freak. Nine. Good thing for America. Okay, now. I suppose this must be the replacement specimen. Time to get to work. I can still hear you. Hit him again, Mr. Stick!
What's it?
So that is, of course, Dempsey, becoming the third test subject. Now this is where it sets up him having Takio, Nikolai, and Dempsey as his three subjects. Okay. This is also interesting because we never opened up the front of the ship where Double Tap is, but I actually get to show it here, so that'll be nice. Whoop. Boo boo doo boo 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 doo boo. So in here you have claymores, and around back you have double tap. Okay, let's see. There it is. Easy. Whoop.
Log entry 1474, date September 20th, 1945. Dial. It would seem that the OSS realized that we captured one of their spies. They tried to send a rescue team into Beirut. That was all. First batch of test subjects. I suspect there are other moles in the organization. Dr. Harvey Ena and Dr. Peter McKay, to be precise. Dr. McKay include any Americans in Group 935, no matter how much genius they have. Stupid Americans, their apple pies and baseball and children. But I digress. The new American test subject is interesting. Muscle. His intellect seems low, but his will is strong. Like others, he doesn't seem to know who he is anymore. Unlike the others, he keeps breaking the restraints and yelling at them. Test subject N3WB is still staring at the floor, muttering what sounds like some kind of proverb over and over again. I think his mind may have been destroyed by the progress. Oh, then.
It's a new dawn.
The Russian subject recently
Bombs
began
are
responding to
clearing
stimuli,
Pueblo.
but only after injecting him with a new serum made primarily from vodka. Perhaps this is a breakthrough we've been waiting.
So this is setting up the dynamic between the four characters and how, kind of explaining why they're all sort of stereotypes. Dempsey's always angry. Nikolai just needs vodka to operate in any meaningful way. Let me fix the sound so I can actually talk. And Takio just spams proverbs to everyone. It's all due to Richtofen's experimenting on their minds. Which is kind of why they're all following him, is that he's basically... He could have programmed them to follow him, or... I don't know if they ever fully explain it. They probably do somewhere, but... it's implied that they're following him based on the programming that he did on them. So now we're going to come to the last log here. They had also mentioned that they had sent a Marine team to try and retrieve Dempsey from Verrückt, and that's explaining the characters on Verrückt and what they were doing. They were going in because they thought that Dempsey might have been there because he was captured by 935. And he also mentioned two moles in 935 by the name of Peter McCain and Harvey Ena. Peter McCain was the guy hanging in Shino Numa in the starting room, and I believe he was sent in to try and I don't actually remember off the top of my head. But he was, it's self-explanatory. He was a 935 mole, and if he has more story, I'll mention it in the next video I make. Doing story exploration. Okay, so here's his last one.
Oh my
Log entry 1475, date October 1st, 1945. Died. As for the control group tests, they have been put on hold. Recently, I discovered that Dr. does not plan mass producing the DG2 as he swore he would. If he won't move those plans forward, then I will continue following his dream of an undead army. He doesn't deserve his perch of power. He doesn't know what to do with it. But I know just what to do with him. And I'll take care of that little brat if I get the chance to.
Setting up the log that we heard in Darius where he gets rid of Maxis and Samantha, and it's basically due to their disagreements on many fronts. In the Darius logs, we heard that Maxis was kind of a dick to Richtofen during their experiments, and in this we hear that Maxis was refusing to move along their plans for producing the Wunderwaffe DG2, which was developed by Richtofen. whereas Maxis developed stuff like the teleporters and the ray guns, I believe. So he's making plans to betray them and get rid of them because he believes that Maxis doesn't deserve to be the leader of Group 935. And that is the last radio log for here. So, going back to the idea of the map, George Romero here comes to make a movie in this place. I can't get back that way. Well, I actually think I'm trapped in here. Okay.
Shit, this is a shit.
So George Romero comes to make a movie with the 4 celebrity cast members. A zombie outbreak occurs, and everything goes to shit. At the same time, the original crew gets teleported into the vault in the lighthouse over here, and they require help getting teleported out because they're trapped in there. At the same time, Richtofen also requires a device that is found at this facility. So that is how the ensemble cast little quest happens. That will be the next video. We'll see how all that plays out, and how that leads into the next map. So I think that's everything to talk about. It's unknown what happened to the celebrities after this map. They could have died, or they could have gotten away, but it doesn't really matter. They don't come back. All that matters is that the crew makes it to the next map. So I believe that's everything. If I have any addendums to make here, I can just add it in later. But yeah, the next video will be the ensemble cast, which will be the final video of Call of the Dead. And then we'll be moving on to the next map, which will be Shangri-La. I find it hilarious too, George. So thank you for watching. These are always a bit shorter, but I think it's fun to get a little peek at the story going on, because it makes you care about the map more, I think. Well, I'll see you next time.